And we're back, guys. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. Welcome to the fastest minute in tennis. As always, this video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and the Digital Millennium Act. We start things off with Wang and Dasha. Now, Dasha did not look good early on in the season, but she mentioned is about just getting better, right? Playing herself into form. And she might have found her mojo, ladies and gentlemen. She takes out Wang in straight sets, and she looked very good in this match, defending very well. She did have issues on the serve, as always. That's going to happen, but she looked very good defensively. And she has a date with Yulia Putintseva coming up. What about Diana? Will it be another day for Diana? Yes, she lives to play another day in Australia. And Diana looks really good. 3 aces. She won 70% of her first serves. 6 for 7 on breakpoint opportunities. What's her prize for taking out Kovinic? She's going to take on the hard-hitting giant from Kazakhstan, Elena Rybakina. Emma Raducanu showed great mental toughness versus Amanda Anisimova. I don't necessarily think Emma played great in this match. I mean, she only won 54% of her first serves, but she did step up on the pressure point situations. A very sloppy match back and forth. 8 out of 10 on breakpoint opportunities. And she actually broke to end this match. Congratulations, Emma Raducanu. She said she's excited to face Iga. Big bad Iga. She says, look, she wants to face her. And I guess it's a learning experience, right? She wants to face the best, and she just wants to gauge where she's at. That's going to be a very, very good match. But previously, I mean, Iga has defeated Emma pretty easily, in my opinion, but I don't think Iga's that same Iga. Well, I would definitely say she's not. She did look good last night against Rebecca, but Emma's showing good mental toughness, so I'm going to see what she can do with that backhand. I will be watching every minute of that match. What about one of the toughest players on tour, Camila Osorio? Ons does not look good. Lately, and this is what's bothering me with Ons. You know, the last 2 to 3 years, I'd say 2 years for sure, she's had injuries, but aside from the injuries, a lot of the big matches, especially the slam, she hasn't felt good. Called for the physio here. I'm concerned with Ons, but nonetheless, we all love Ons. Let's just hope it's nothing serious and she'll be 100%, because she's going to have a tough match coming up against Emma Navarro, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful view of the grounds there, Melbourne Park. Emma Navarro, we're going to talk about her in a minute, guys. What about Iga? Big bad Iga. Iga Swiatek played solid. 83% of her first serves won. Now, she only got 49% of her first serves in play. Like I said, this is what she does at the slam. She's not good getting her first serves in play. Only a couple double faults. You know, she doesn't really double fault a lot, but she does fault a lot. She's going to give you plenty of opportunities to look at the second serve, but consistent in the pressure point situations. 5 for 6 on breakpoint opportunities. Iga was very efficient in this match. She won the first set in 26 minutes, served up a bagel. Yeah, Iga's back, guys. Watch out. Emma Navarro taking on Wang. Another match that Emma Navarro escapes narrowly, that she should have lost. Peyton Stearns should have won that match. She was up. Wang was up in the third set. Emma Navarro is playing with fire, guys. I'm telling you, 2 matches she should have lost. 3 double faults. She only won 60. Both ladies literally won 60% of each other's second serve. So it was really a defensive battle. But Emma down the stretch, 7 for 12 on breakpoint opportunities. She got the job done, but another match where she's looking very shaky early on. What about Elena Rybakina taking on Jovic? Jovic, guys, I think she should have played juniors. Like, don't rush these players. There's been a lot of teenage phenoms that have had burnout. I mean, we saw Coco. I mean, let's be honest, before the slam in that 23 season, even though she was winning championships at a good rate on main tour for her age, winning a lot of matches, going deep in tournaments, mentally she was kind of burnt out because everyone's expecting Coco to win slams and do this and do that. Let these ladies progress. I don't know if they rushed her. I guess it's a learning experience. At one point, I mean, she broke Elena Rybakina, but Elena wins pretty easily there. I am concerned with Rybakina, though. 4 aces, 5 double faults. She gave up 4 opportunities for Jovic to break her. She converted on 1. Look, if you normally average 1 or 2 double faults a match and now you're putting up 4 or 5, I mean, that's a concern, guys. It's double your output in a negative way. So I don't know. It seems to me the new coaching, that's why Stefanos is coming back. I'm not seeing that dominant serve from Elena Rybakina. But again, I think her team is focusing on her health with this. Stay tuned, because I think just like Sakari, this is going to be a big season for Elena Rybakina. If she underachieves this year, watch out, ladies and gentlemen, because she's getting older. Ava Liz taking full advantage of the opportunity given to her by Marketa Vondrousova. Huge game checks, ladies and gentlemen, and Varvara had the opportunity here. Ava Liz takes out Varvara, 70% of her first serves won, and this was kind of a sloppy match, but she was pretty consistent on breakpoint opportunities. I mean, for most of the match, she won 80% of her breakpoint opportunities, 5 for 6 at one point. She's going to take on Lys Cristian from the hard-hitting Romania. That's going to be a very good matchup. Speaking of Jacqueline, Bronzetti, yes, Lucia, ciao, Bella, is out of there. Jacqueline gets revenge in this match. 3 aces, 61% of her first serves, 5 for 8 on breakpoint opportunities. A huge differential when it comes to winners. 26-8. Jacqueline really brought the guns out today. She can baseline. She's strong. She's aggressive. I felt Bronzetti needed to step up mid-court, come cross-court, and just prevent Jacqueline from getting those deep baseline strokes. Come cross court, like shrink the court, give her angles, and Jacqueline's going to make a lot of mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at some of the other scores on the day for the most part. What do we have? Svitolina, she took out Dolhide. Now, very straightforward match, right? Svitolina, I felt she's looking good, and she's kind of flying under the radar. Can she go deep in this tournament? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that shapes out. Now, Veronika Kudermetova, she takes out Katie Bolter as an underdog. Like I told you, Veronika, if she's focused, I mean, Polina has to encourage Veronika to play better, right? Little sister's playing very well. And Veronika, I just felt she hasn't been there mentally, and she's been banged up as well. Coming into the season, I think now she's starting to look good. She's starting to play herself back into her form. A match she should beat. She should beat Katie Bolter, and she's an underdog, of course, guys. By the way, so far in the free predictions, we're just under 80%. This past round, personally, my personal picks, I went 22 out of 23 for my own personal picks. Not too bad, right? Overall, for the tournament, though, just under 80%, right where we want to be. I mean, I could probably be about 90%, but a couple of those picks, I went with players that I like personally, and they, I guess you could say I knew they wouldn't win, but I kind of wanted them to win. What about Madison Keys? Gabriella Elena Ruse. 3 aces from Maddie Patty. Listen, the first set went to a tiebreak. That was a really good match. I'm sorry, it went 3 sets. Madison only had 1 ace. That concerns me. Only 1 ace from Madison Keys, 64% of her first serves. She didn't really look good in that match. But again, Gabby will do that to you. She's a defensive player. She's a pusher. She's going to continue to get balls back. She's got really good stamina, strong mental toughness. Gabby, Camila Osorio, those are tough players, guys. Sophia Kenin, they're tough players. They're not extremely powerful, but they're good defensively. They're good shot makers, and they're tough mentally. Always going to be a tough match. Danny Mel takes out Ayava. That's right, guys. 3 aces from Danny Mel. This was a kind of a tough match for Danny Mel. It went 3 sets. Danielle will win 79% of her first serves. Listen, 25 breakpoint opportunities between the two ladies, but Danielle would come through in the third set, getting multiple breaks, and that was a difference maker in this match. Jasmine Paolini takes out Renata. Straight set victory. Pretty straightforward here, right? Paolini would win 66% of her first serve, 6 for 11 on breakpoint opportunities. Now, I talked about Svitolina earlier. She's going to take on Jasmine Paolini next. I think that's going to be a really good match. Jasmine's got the athletic ability and the forehand to really cause Svitolina trouble, who, although she's a good defender, she closes out well. She doesn't move as well as she used to in the past. Beatrice Haddad, big sister Andreva. I thought Andreeva would do a little bit better, but like I said, Beatrice should win the match, and sure enough, she did, and she picked the perfect time to bring out her power. Beatrice's dad is going to take on Kudermetova next. That's going to be a good match. That's going to be a really good match. Both of those ladies like to really destroy you inside the baseline. We're going to see who can get that court control, because Beatrice is like Layla. They're court bullies. They don't like to give up anything behind them. And Veronica's, she plays well coming forward. I think the passing shots for Veronica is going to be there. And Veronica's, she's very talented. She can play with her left or her right hand. I remember when she was younger, she played with her left hand a lot, which is very interesting. Like I said, Putintseva, she took out Zhang straightforward. She's going to take on Dasha. That's going to be a good match. Can't wait for that. But yeah, that's pretty much the rundown, guys. Stay tuned. Coco Gauff is #1 in the world. Stay tuned for that video. We're also going to talk Coco Leylah Fernandez up next.